Let's talk about your immune system, your body's internal army. Every single day, it's fighting off viruses, bacteria, and inflammation you don't even know exist. But what if I told you that most of us are weakening our immune systems without realizing it, and that you can actually train it just like a muscle? Number one, your immune headquarters. Let's start with something most people never realize. Your gut is the headquarters of your immune system. Seriously? Around bifidobacterias of your immune cells live inside your gut, constantly scanning for viruses, bacteria, and toxins that try to enter your body every day. Your gut isn't just a food pipe. It's a living, intelligent ecosystem, home to trillions of tiny microbes called the microbiome. These microscopic organisms digest your food, produce essential vitamins, and send chemical messages directly to your immune cells and even your brain. When your gut microbiome is healthy, it teaches your immune system how to react properly, strong enough to fight infection, but calm enough to avoid inflammation or allergies. But when it's out of balance, something called dysbiosis, your immune system gets confused. That's when chronic inflammation starts to rise and your body begins to feel tired, bloated, and vulnerable. The breast and the food immunity connection, So how does what you eat affect your immune strength? Think of your gut bacteria like your body's soldiers. You can either feed them junk or fuel. Processed foods, sugar, and alcohol weaken your gut barrier, killing good bacteria and allowing harmful toxins to pass through, a condition known as leaky gut. On the other hand, fiber-rich foods, vegetables, fruits, legumes, and whole grains act like fuel for your gut microbes. These fibers ferment into short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, which directly improve immune balance and reduce inflammation. Probiotic foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, and miso introduce good bacteria into your system. Prebiotic foods like garlic, onions, bananas, and oats feed those good bacteria, helping them multiply and thrive. Together, they create a balanced ecosystem and a stronger immune response, to disrupt the gut-brain immune triangle. Your gut also talks to your brain through a network called the vagus nerve. When your gut bacteria are happy, they send calming signals to your brain, reducing stress and inflammation. But when your gut is inflamed, your brain perceives stress, which suppresses immunity even more. That's why digestion problems, mood swings, and fatigue often show up together. They're all connected through this gut-brain immune axis. To lacking how to strengthen your gut and immunity, here's what I tell my patients and viewers, eat real food. Every colorful fruit or vegetable is medicine for your gut. Hydrate. Water helps flush toxins and maintain a healthy mucosal lining. Avoid unnecessary antibiotics and alcohol. They destroy beneficial bacteria. Manage stress and sleep. Both directly impact your gut flora. Chable final thought. A healthy gut means a strong immune system. It's not about avoiding germs. It's about training your body to handle them. So the next time you think about immunity, don't just reach for vitamin pills. Think of your gut as your immune headquarters. Feed it right, protect it daily, and it will protect you for life. The body's defense reset. Let's talk about one of the most underrated immune boosters on the planet, sleep. It doesn't cost money, it doesn't require supplements, and yet most of us treat it like a luxury. But here's the truth. If you're not sleeping enough, your immune system simply can't function properly. Sleep isn't just it's a biological repair mode. Every night when you close your eyes, your body activates a complex network of hormones, immune cells, and brain processes that reset your system. And without that reset, your defenses weaken dramatically. Bernder, what happens to your immune system when you sleep? When you fall asleep, your body starts producing special proteins called cytokines. These are the messengers your immune system uses to fight infection, inflammation, and stress. Think of them like the military radio signals that tell your immune soldiers where to attack. Now, when you don't get enough sleep, your body makes fewer cytokines and your immune system literally stops communicating effectively. That's why people who sleep less than hours a night are almost 10 times more likely to catch a cold or flu compared to those who sleep cheetah bad hours. Your body also releases melatonin while you sleep, a hormone that not only regulates your sleep cycle, but also acts as a powerful antioxidant, repairing cells and reducing. The defense mode only happens at night. During the day, your body is in go mode, burning energy, responding to stress, managing tasks. At night, it flips into defense mode, where your immune system sends out maintenance crews to repair damage, identify viruses, and clean up cellular waste. If you cut your sleep short, those crews don't finish their job. Over time, that leads to chronic inflammation, poor healing, and a weakened response to infections or even vaccines. Dialints, how to sleep for a stronger immune system, right? So what can you do to make your sleep truly restorative? You set a consistent bedtime. Your body loves rhythm. Try sleeping and waking at the same time daily, even on weekends. Limit screen exposure. Blue light from phones and laptops blocks melatonin. Turn off screens at least 6 minutes before bed. Cool and dark room. Your body sleeps best in a cool, around Shrubad to Ursers degrees Celsius and dark environment. Avoid caffeine after RPM. Caffeine has a 1-hour half-life, meaning your CPM coffee can still affect you at sure PM. Create a sleep ritual. Stretch, read, journal, or meditate. Signal your brain that it's time to slow down. Good sleep isn't a reward. It's maintenance for your immune system. You can eat all the right foods and take every supplement, but without proper sleep, your body won't have the energy to defend itself. So tonight, instead of one more episode or one more scroll, give your immune system what it needs most, a full recharge. Because strong immunity doesn't start in the morning, it starts the night before, boosting circulation and defense cells. Let's be honest, when most people think about exercise, they think about losing weight or building muscle. But here's what very few realize. Movement is one of the most powerful immune boosters on Earth. Your immune system isn't just sitting still inside you, it travels through your bloodstream and lymphatic system like an army of tiny defenders. And the only thing that keeps that army moving efficiently is you moving your body. How movement supercharges your immune system. When you exercise, your heart rate rises, pumping oxygen-rich blood throughout your body. This increased circulation helps your white blood cells, your body's front line defenders, move faster and reach areas where pathogens might invade. Studies have shown that even moderate exercise can increase the circulation of immune cells for hours after your workout. Now, that means every walk, every stretch, every run gives your immune system a better chance to detect and destroy harmful invaders before they cause trouble. But it doesn't stop there. Exercise also helps regulate your inflammatory response. Too much inflammation can weaken immunity, but regular movement keeps that system balanced, strong enough to protect, calm enough to heal. Turn at the mind-body immune connection. Movement also helps your brain manage stress, which is critical for immunity. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a hormone that can suppress immune function over time. But physical activity reduces cortisol levels and increases endorphins, your natural feel-good chemicals. So in a very real way, moving your body also moves your mind into a healthier, more resilient state, one where your immune system can perform at its best. You get how much movement is enough? Now here's the good news. You don't have to spend hours in the gym to get immune benefits. In fact, sensor minutes of moderate activity a day, like brisk walking, cycling, or dancing, is enough to trigger immune-enhancing effects. Here's a simple weekly formula I often recommend. Yalya Wu days a week, sensors, sister Wu minutes of moderate exercise. No. R days a week, light strength training or yoga, daily, stretch, walk, or move every hour. If you sit a lot, What's more important than intensity is consistency. Your immune system loves rhythm. Small, regular doses of movement signal your body to stay alert, balanced, and strong. But be careful, too much can backfire. Now, here's something even athletes forget. Overtraining weakens immunity. When you push too hard without rest, your body produces excess cortisol, inflammation spikes, and your defenses drop. So remember, movement should energize, not exhaust. Balance is the secret. Movement isn't just about muscles, it's about immunity in motion. Every step, every stretch, every workout tells your body, stay alive, stay alert, stay strong. So the next time you feel tired, stressed, or under the weather, don't underestimate a walk, a stretch, or a deep breath. Your immune system listens every time you move, fueling your body's defenses. Here's something most people forget. Your immune system isn't powered by magic, it's powered by what you eat. Every bite you take is either feeding disease or fueling defense. Think about it. Your immune cells, the white blood cells that fight off viruses and bacteria, are living organisms. They need energy, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to grow, multiply, and repair. If you feed your body junk, your immune system goes into battle unarmed. But when you nourish it properly, it becomes a well-trained army ready for anything. GF&I, the foundation, whole foods over processed. The first rule of immune nutrition is simple. Eat real food. Whole foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, lean proteins contain nutrients in the exact form your body knows how to use. Processed foods, on the other hand, are stripped of vitamins and loaded with sugar, unhealthy fats, and preservatives that cause inflammation. And chronic inflammation is like static in your immune system. It makes it harder for your body to recognize real threats. Dressing key nutrients for immune power. Let's break down some of the most powerful nutrients your immune system needs daily. Vitamin C pre, found in citrus, bell peppers, strawberries, and kiwi. It helps your white blood cells work more efficiently and protects them from oxidative stress. Vitamin D, your sunshine vitamin. It enhances your immune response and reduces the risk of infections. You can get it from sunlight, eggs, and fortified foods. Zinc, crucial for the development of immune cells. Found in pumpkin seeds, lentils, and lean meats. Omega-6 fatty acids, reduced inflammation and improve immune cell communication. Found in fatty fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, antioxidants. These protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals. The more colorful your plate, the more antioxidants you're getting. Hydration, the forgotten nutrients. You can't talk about nutrition without talking about water. Your lymphatic system, the pathway through which immune cells travel, depends on hydration. When you're dehydrated, toxins build up and your immune system struggles to circulate its defenses effectively. Im for ardent woo liters of water daily, and more if you exercise or live in a hot climate. Add a pinch of salt and lemon if you want a natural electrolyte boost. You're the balance between fuel and inflammation. It's not just about what you eat, but what you avoid. Excess sugar, alcohol, and processed oils trigger inflammation and suppress immune cell activity. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Try to make Bifinger bashers of your diet, whole plant-based and balanced. Nutrition isn't just about calories, it's communication. Every meal tells your body something: fight, repair, or inflame. So ask yourself, what message are you sending? When you choose real, colorful, nutrient-dense food, you're literally programming your immune system for resilience. Because your plate isn't just your meal, it's your first line of defense, the hidden key to strong immunity. Let's talk about something most people ignore when they think about immunity: your emotions. We talk about vitamins, diet, and exercise all the time,